Hey, today's Friday, March the 13th. My name is Tom, and if you have tristodectophobia, you should stay home. If you don't know what that is, you should look it up. Welcome to your Ready Core Daily Brief. On today's show, stabilization isn't about heroics, it's about habits. So let's talk about those 5 habits that turn bystanders into responders. We'll get there in just a minute. First, let's get you up to speed with the latest from your ISAT team and the Daily Sit Rep.
This is your AmCon Daily Sit Rep for March the 13th, 2026. Up first today, we are seeing a significant surge in weather-driven energy demand across the United States. A rare atmospheric pattern is simultaneously causing Arctic cold waves and early-season heat waves in different regions, creating a high risk of grid demand shocks. The cold spells increase heating needs, while the heat waves spike air conditioning use, stressing the electrical grid. Storm damage could further reduce power generation and transmission capacity, heightening the chance of localized shortages and price volatility. Grid operators in regions like Texas and the Mid-Atlantic are particularly sensitive to these rapid demand surges. It is advised to use electricity wisely, have backup power options ready, and maintain a blackout preparedness plan. In other news, global supply chains are experiencing instability, primarily driven by escalating conflicts in the Persian Gulf. Maritime shipping routes near the Strait of Hormuz face disruptions, increasing freight rates and forcing rerouting of vessels. This will likely delay deliveries worldwide, impact manufacturing due to part shortages, and elevate consumer prices due to rising fuel and shipping costs. Industries and governments are encouraged to increase inventory buffers, identify alternate supply routes, and prepare for surging port activities. Turning now to preparedness, there is an innovative yet simple engineering solution for independent water supply. A low-cost dew harvester made from mesh and PVC can condense atmospheric moisture overnight to produce clean drinking water without requiring electricity. This system, costing around $12 to construct, offers a renewable water source especially valuable during disasters when traditional water supplies might be interrupted. Users are advised to optimize its placement, include filtration, and consider scaling the device to meet the needs of households or communities. Moving to security concerns, there is an increased threat of protest and civil unrest nationwide, including rising anti-ICE and anti-war demonstrations in large cities. Situational awareness is critical when attending public events. Always know your exits and report suspicious activities to authorities and RESAT teams via regional alert channels. Members are urged to stay informed of protest locations through online platforms to avoid conflict zones. Finally, for today's weather, an intense clipper system is bringing heavy snow and blustery conditions to the upper Midwest and Great Lakes, with ongoing heavy precipitation along the Pacific Northwest and Northern Rockies due to an atmospheric river. A major winter storm is expected to develop across the northern high plains through the weekend before moving into the Great Lakes. Meanwhile, an early spring heat wave is building over the western U.S., and there is a critical fire weather risk for the central and southern high plains. Residents in these areas should prepare accordingly for rapidly changing conditions. Looking ahead to events in the next week, the Southeast Florida teams will hold their monthly meetup tomorrow, March 14th, in Sunrise, Florida. The gathering will focus on the theme of security and defense, and all members in the area are welcome to attend. That wraps up today's AmCon Daily Sit Rep. Members can access the American Contingency members-only site to get the full report and more in-depth analysis of today's stories, along with practical preparedness tips, training opportunities, and resources to help you, your family, and your neighborhood stay crisis ready.
Yeah, tristodectophobia is just fear of 13, the number 13, or Friday the 13th. I think it's 13. This week we've talked about composure, bleeding control, airway protection, and preventing further harm. Today, let's simplify everything down into 5 habits that make stabilization automatic instead of intimidating. So here they are. Number 1, breathe first. That means you have to breathe first. 1 deliberate breath prevents panic from hijacking your response. It also gives your brain all the oxygen it needs to think. When you're not breathing, you can't think right. Number 2, name the problem. Just say it out loud. Severe bleeding, unconscious, not breathing. Just saying it out loud creates clarity, and clarity drives action. It also lets anyone around you understand what you're seeing and what you're experiencing. Number 3, act on priorities, not perfection. Stop the bleeding, protect the airway, remove the danger. You're only buying time, not fixing everything. Number 4, know your kit location. If you can't retrieve your medical kit in under 60 seconds, you need to move it. It needs to be that close all the time. Or Have multiples. Here on our homestead, I've got one on the tractor, one on the lawnmower, one in every vehicle, one in the golf cart. They're everywhere. Number 5, rehearse mentally. Run scenarios in your head occasionally. The brain moves faster in reality when it has seen it before. Prepared households don't rely on adrenaline. They rely on simple systems that are practiced calmly. Minutes matter, and habits decide those minutes. So today I want you to choose one of these 5 habits and reinforce it. Even one small improvement strengthens your readiness. All right, tomorrow's Scenario Saturday, we'll walk through a realistic household accident and see how stabilization bridges the gap until help arrives. Thanks for listening to the Ready Core Daily Brief. If you're already a member, that's awesome. Make sure you check out today's resources on the members-only platform. And if you're not a member yet, that's okay. It's simple. Just head over to readycore.net and join the network to start building your resilience today. I'm Tom Rigsby. Stay alert, stay ready, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow.